Hey you all, welcome back to our channel. My name is Joe and today I will be working on this sideboard. It is a gorgeous sideboard. You can see it is in great shape, but we will be making it a little lighter. So we will be painting it in a lighter color and giving it a new look. It is a very solid piece, but you see the hardware, I think we will get rid of that after we paint it. It needs to go. So this is the inside. We'll be working on this as well and giving it a neat look. Here are the doors. They are deep cabinets here inside, but probably I will do something on the inside of the door so when the customer opens it, they like something detailed on the inside. So let's begin. Let's begin to remove the hardware first. So we will get rid of this and we will be replacing it with a new hardware. Very simple and easy. Just remove all the hardware and then we will begin sanding this piece. So I'm using 120 grit sanding sheet. We will be sanding this whole piece down very nicely to remove all the top coat that is there initially and grease that has been built up so that it's easier to paint and for the paint to adhere to the wood. So after sanding, we are going to wipe this piece down. I am using a wet wipe. It's a Kirkland baby wipe. It is free of alcohol and it takes away all the residue that is there. So once the cleaning is done, I am painting it in a base coat of white color. You can use any beige or white color as a base because we are going to layer the paints and we want a little bit of white to peek through this second color. So initially we are going to just cover the wood with one coat of this beige color. So when one coat is done, it is all dried and we will move on to our second coat. For this is the final color. This is a beautiful color from Fusion Mineral Paint. It's a very muted blue color that I am going to be painting this sideboard in. So this is my first coat in blue, or you can see it's a second coat of paint that I'm using. And this sideboard, I think we will just do two coats of in total. So one coat of white and one coat of blue because I want the white to peek through, a little bit of wood to peek through the final finish that we are going to be achieving. So this is basically called a layering of colors, where you let the different layers peek through each other. So we are going to keep the sideboard very minimalistic. We are going to be adding a few poly today. So these poly are made out of silicone. They are flexible. They can be easily painted. They're very detailed. The back of it is flat, which means that it is very easy for them to be glued to any surface. They are very flexible. And this is the other poly that we will be using today. So two different designs that we will be putting on the sideboard. You can see how beautifully detailed the roses are, the back, and this is the front. So we are going to be gluing them first and then painting them after they are nicely attached to the wood surface. And you can see this one is hard, it's not flexible, and that's why we are going to put it on a flat surface today. So let's begin to glue it. I'm using Gorilla Wood glue. It's a very tough and strong glue for and perfect for these poly. So this is the indent that where I want to place this poly, but you can see this part and this part is extra there. So I'm going to cut this out. Like I said, they are very easy to work with, so just with the scissor I can just chop that up. So I removed that part of just the tiny little rows there, and let's see how much we need to cut the bottom. So here it goes. So we just need to trim a little bit of the base stem there. So here that trim goes off. So I think we should be able to fit in there. Let's see. It's good. We are going to put the Gorilla Wood glue on the back of it. So we are going to cover the entire surface on the back with the glue. We will not leave any part of this poly without the glue, because we want this to go on the piece of furniture like it was always there and we did not put it, and it needs to be secure. So I'm doing this. So look, there is glue there, and I'm going to very carefully place the poly in the center of this door, and I will hold it for a few seconds, few minutes, so that it's secure there, it glues, and it dries for. So on the drawer, I am going to be gluing these bunch of roses. Again, I'm going to apply some wood glue, and once it is there on the back of this poly, I'm just going to put it in the center of the drawer, and we are going to move on the other um, poly on the other door. So here it is done. You can see the glue is there on the poly, and in the right in the center I'm going to put these bunch of roses and just press it, hold it for a few minutes, and it's going to dry and be firm and secure right there. So this is a stick and style stencil, which means it has a glue on the back, and here is a chalk paste that we are going to use on the top drawer, because um, I want to add some detail there, and I don't want to leave it as plain as it is with all the details that we have added. And this is a perfect addition. You can see there is an adhesive there, a built-in adhesive with these stencils. That's why it is called stick and style stencil. So we are going to measure, like just tip it there, put it there, and see how much we need, and we are going to cut it off from the side. So this is the exact size of stencil that we need. It's secure there. It won't move because it has an adhesive. Now we are going to take our chalk paste, and it's the spread pals that I'm using. It's made out of silicone. Again, it's very flexible and easy to work with the chalk paste. And I'm just going to go over this stencil and smear it with the chalk paste, covering all the details of the stencil, so that those details are there on the drawer when I remove this stencil. And this is the fun part, removing the stencil. So immediately after applying the chalk paste, I remove the stencil. The chalk paste is wet right now, but you see the design is crisp and clean. And here you go. So this is how it looks like. We will let it dry completely before we go and paint over it. So our poly is dry, so let's begin painting it. So I'm using the base color. That's the same blue color that I painted the sideboard with. I am painting the poly. And since it's so highly pigmented, I think we just need one coat of paint to cover the poly in the same color. So we are going to paint all the poly in this blue color. So our polys are painted. Now we are going to be painting the stencil because we want the detail look but not the bright white. I want everything to be layered, so I'm just going in like sort of dry brushing over the stencil. Now this is what I'm doing is dry brushing with the white color. This is the base white color that I initially use, and I'm drying brushing to highlight the details of this roses and the details of the poly. So we have finished dry brushing on the poly. It looks really pretty. This is the transfer. Birds have to be there. I just love birds, and we are going to be using this pretty transfer because it blends in into the color of the sideboard. You can see these are very pretty birds. So I am going to put this on the sideboard. So we are going to cut this part out as it fits into the size of the door that is there on the sideboard, and we are going to put it on the inside. So I've not painted the inside, we are just going to put the transfer because it really pops out and looks nice with the color on the sideboard. So So let's do the final step of replenishing these drawers. You've seen, look how the drawers look. So we are going to restore them with the hemp oil, just a tiny bit of hemp oil and a lint-free socks, like an old sock you can use. I keep them, I save them for this purpose. And you can see the hemp oil just transforms this drawer completely, and it just makes it know so neat. And I use the same oil, hemp oil, for sealing the transfer on the doors and replenishing that wood. So after the dry brushing, I put this hardware. It's a beautiful white ceramic hardware, and you can see the details of the stencil here. We have finished, the makeover of the sideboard, and I'm so pleased with it. I am sure you enjoyed the making process. All the links are in the description below. You can order the supplies from there, and I hope you get creative and create something using these products. I'll see you next time.